This past Sunday, I ran a half marathon. I came home in the afternoon and I was looking around my house and I thought to myself, how is it possible that I was able to run a half marathon this morning and yet I'm not able to stay on top of my laundry? Well, you know what they say about that. They say behind every successful woman is a mountain of laundry. So I guess maybe that means that I'm a successful woman. I don't know if it works the other way around, but whatever. But it really got me thinking, sometimes there are things that we struggle with and we really want to change. So in this week's episode, I wanted to look at the two-step process of how to fail. Because sometimes we have something and we want to change and we struggle to change it. And a lot of times, the first step which we can do is we try and stop what we're doing. But there's a deeper way to actually make a change. And that is to understand that behind every action that we do, there is an energy, a quality, something that drives us to do that action. For example, let's just say you have someone who talks inappropriately about their friends, betrays confidences or something like that. And they're bothered by this and they want to change it. And they think about it. And the first step, obviously, to do that is to stop, right? To stop talking badly, make that concerted effort to stop doing the negative thing. But on a deeper level, what a person can do is a person can stop and think and say, hold on a second. What drives me to speak negatively about my friends? What drives me to use my speech inappropriately? And they may discover that what's driving them to do that is they have a drive for connection with other people, right? And obviously they're using this drive for connection inappropriately, right? They're using it, their drive for connection is leading them to speak inappropriately about other people. But once they've identified their drive that's pulling them to do that, is they can then say, hold on a second, that drive for the positive. Let me use that drive for connection to teach people or to use words to build them up, right? So they've identified the drive and they're now going to use it for the positive. Now, that drive that a person has is neither negative nor positive. It's neutral, but it's very, very, very powerful. It's what makes our lives, what makes the world go round. It's kind of like water, right? Water helps things grow. We need it to drink. We need it for everything. But water can also destroy. There's it can cause floods, it can drown people. The Talmud shares an interesting story that when King David was digging to build the foundations for the temple, he dug too far deep, and the waters of the earth threatened to surge upwards and flood the world. So what he did is he took a pottery shard and he threw it in, but the waters receded too low down that there wasn't enough water to sustain the world. So what he did is he sang 15 psalms, and with each psalm they brought it up until it was at the right level. What the Talmud is teaching us is it's symbolic of our human desire, our drives, right? The energy that drives our actions. It's too little and we're not motivated to do anything. Too much and our drives drive our behavior, our desires drive our behavior and not our intellect. They have to be kept in balance by using our mind and what we learn and what we know to make sure that we're channeling those drives, because those drives that we have, again, they're not negative, they're not positive, they're neutral, but we choose how to channel them. We choose to channel them for the positive or channel them for the negative. Now, obviously, nobody wants to learn about themselves through their failure. No one wants to have to fail to learn about themselves. But sometimes the most powerful things we learn are when we fail. And that's an opportunity, if we do fail, is to stop and think, what caused us to fail? What is my underlying quality that caused me to do that fail? And then we can use that 2-step process. The number one, stopping the negative thing, and number 2, identifying that drive and channeling it for the positive, and that can create a very deep, lasting and powerful change within ourselves. Wishing you all a good Shabbos.